Here we have a GM AC compressor. I replaced it about a week ago because it was leaking. These are leaked from the case O-rings here, and there. They also this one almost looks like it was leaking from the bolts, but it also leaked from the shaft seal. Oh, this was just an all-out leaking unit. Low miles, under 50,000. It's 20 years old. But today, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this clutch off and the whole hub. I'm going to take the hub. Actually, no, this is what I guess we call the hub with the pulley, and that's the clutch. We're going to take it off to see if it moves, because it's still a salvageable piece. It's a good piece, but it's rusty. But what you need is a puller piece. This is the one by Master Cool. I believe we're going to be using the 90458 and the 91212, I think. I forget. Basically, to get it off, you need a piece that threads into the hub. That's so, and that just presses on the compressor shaft. So let me go find something that works, and we'll get back to you. Alright, the 91212 piece is fitting into there. You want this snug. It's threaded in there. Sometimes it doesn't thread in too well. You have to wire wheel it or put some oil in it to make it kill that rust that's in there. Kill the rust. All the way down this has to be. When my camera dies, it should be the next problem. I'll switch to our other camera. Just put you on the case, you can see better. Oh, look at that. Yeah. A little better. Yeah, 2 threads hanging out, 3 threads, no good. You want it snug like that. This one. Then you can thread this piece in. And that's the puller piece. You support this with a wrench and then thread this in with a socket. And beforehand though, we're going to check our gap. We forgot to do that. We're going to see how much gap is between here and there, so we can set it to the same amount it was with a feeler gauge. It's around like 24 thousandths, and my feeler gauges got rusty from the last time I used them. Another job. Let's go screw this in. Screw it in, and hold this, thread that in. See if we can get any movement. Set it up like so. Oops, really. You're gonna need 2 hands, but obviously crank down on that until this starts moving out. This one was actually so stuck on, I had a pop. But as you see, it's going. Gotta keep cranking on this. Action video, whoa! That's how the professionals do it, on the ground, on the mat, holding it with a shoe. There's a keyway in here too, be careful with that. Sometimes it might fall out. Oops. There's a keyway on it. Yeah, keyway's in there. Keyway. And it's just all mucked up from peg oil. We had a major leak, as you see in there. Major shaft seal leak. Wow. Hopefully this works. It's pretty good. But next step over here, you're going to attempt to remove that snap ring that holds the clutch pulley or hub, whatever you want to call it, to the actual body of the compressor. All it is a snap ring, and then the bearing holds it on, the ball bearing. And then underneath this is going to have the clutch coil. Note how the snap ring came off. Usually the flat side's against the clutch. I think it goes like that on this one. I'm not sure. It went flying off. I'm not going to be using this compressor anyway. This is just a fun one. And now the hub is still stuck on, but you see on this compressor they kind of give you a little window over here. Probably stick a pry bar. We're going to try that. Give it a little, see if it pops off. It's coming off using a piece of aluminum pipe. Aluminum, something soft. Don't use steel. And we're knocking it off this way. With a little tappy. No real damage, just where we're hitting it. That's good. Again, soft metal's a trick. Look at all the oil that's coming out of this thing. On freaking real. This thing is just drenched with oil. That's the clutch coil. Let's go bad sometimes, and then the clutch won't activate. I think it's just sitting on there. Yeah, I think. But that's how you get the hub off. In case like your bearing failed, and the bearings do go bad, or you know it's just making noise, or it's rusted. Sometimes you can't even get these things apart because they're just so rusted together, so a whole compressor replacement is needed. That's kind of like what I did on one of my vehicles a long time ago. But as you see, this compressor is screwed, leaking. That's why we have a new one on there now. So I hope this video helps someone and will understand how to take one of these things apart. I might make another video about taking this whole thing apart, which is just those four. No, it's more than four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 long case bolts that hold this whole thing together. Oh, why not? We got the clutch coil out. Very tricky. Gotta keep going around the pry bar. Nope. Boom, boom, boom. Very tricky. But it comes off. I would say that was leaking. Yeah, we might take this apart. Why not? We got nothing else to do. I don't think I'll ever reuse this compressor. I'll probably maybe get another one if they drop the price. The one I have now. I'm so impressed with it. It's so quiet. But never know. It might happen sometime, so maybe we'll keep this thing. But this thing makes a lot of noise. It just ran low on oil. Looks so small without a clutch. So let's go find out what that is. What do you think? Goddamn lanyard thing, get out of the way. Get out of the way, lanyard. Alright. Probably metric. 1/2 inch. That's kind of strange. 2 out. I'm almost thinking these bolts are leaking. By how much oil is coming out of this thing. I don't know if it's possible, but you never know. You see the oil coming out of the bolts. So perhaps it could be a possibility. Real exciting, huh? I think they're all loose. See that? Oil all over it. Alright, let's get these things out, see if we can crack it apart. Did a little hammering. Alright, we got some stuff apart. I guess that's the reed valves. Why it's all scratched up. Some of the pistons. You see, it's all scored up. A little bit, not so bad. But it was definitely running low on oil, I believe. It works. Alright, let's try to get this next set off. I think that's the case O-ring. It's kind of flattened. So I guess you can reseal these. That this goes around there. Alright, let's see what else we got. We are really working this little piece of aluminum. We got the back off. I guess it's another reed valve. If anything, it's a little bit scored. You know, on both sides you see it. Pistons. That's what they call it, a DA6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if we can get this section apart. And that's everything. Guess that's it for this project because I cannot get that half apart. I've been hammering on it for some time now. All it is, I think, is this little wobbler plate. And the wobbler plate is connected to the, whatever you want to call it, crankshaft, main shaft of the compressor. That's what makes the pistons move up and down. It's this little spiral looking thing. Can't get it apart. Well, at least it's broken down a little bit. Maybe we'll get a little more money in scrap metals. Yeah, right. And that doesn't come off the pistons. I don't know. Weird stuff. Well, I guess that hit contacts over here each time. Goes in those holes. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So that's the inside of a compressor. They're probably all pretty much similar. So if you like this video, please subscribe and say you're working in a dark area and you're not talking clear enough and your video sucks. Go die, like everyone else says. Alright. See ya. Maybe we'll find another compressor one day to take apart. Never mind, we got mad, we got it. Awesome. That's the other case O-ring that leaks. Cool, huh? That was the wobble plate right there. See it? Well, my camera filled up and it deleted some stuff. I got more parts out. Oh man, that was this whole assembly that was in here. I got the pistons out. It's pretty cool. The pistons are like this weird little, oh, that's it right there. This little tappet that rolls around. So it's smooth. Old ball bearing. That's awesome. So it's a little friction when it goes around the wobbler plate. And then you have, what is this called? A Torrington bearing, I believe. It's in pretty good shape. We'll save that for something. Nice washer we have. Really nice washer. There's probably another Torrington bearing over here. I believe these are called Torrington bearings. These are inside transmissions. Pretty freaking cool. Make some metal art out of that. Awesome. Yeah, it's the wobble plate. That's just those little pistons, double-ended. So I guess each throw of it, you know, you have a double whatever. Is that brass? I wonder. I don't know. It might be brass. Interesting. But this thing's shot now. We're definitely not putting it back together. Like I said, it did make a little noise. It could be the bearings. It could be needle bearings. We're getting bad in here. There's a needle bearing in there. There's a needle bearing in there as well. It was making odd noises after I charged it up. It was ran low on oil many times, so that compromises something. Cool though. Had fun taking this one apart. And oh, look at that shaft too, where the shaft shield is leaking. It's all pitted in this. Man, it's bad. It's probably riding somewhere around there. That's why it was leaking. So that's that issue. Cool. Original compressor gone in the wind.